Good morning and welcome to the Money News coming to you from Akoko After. Nigerian scores net security education now, says Professor Wale Soyinka. Lastly this morning, delaying your security help dangerous, forensic expert says. Details of the news in a moment. We'll be right back very shortly. Thank you for staying with us. In the early hours of yesterday, armed bandits invaded a cherubim and seraphim church in Omobayonle Agboola local government area of Kogi State, kidnapping the pastor, his wife, and several worshippers. This attack coincided with another violent incident in Yankamaye, a border community in Swaswaya local government area of Kano State, where bandits killed a woman and abducted 3 other women. In reaction, Deputy Senate President Barrow bring all security agencies to pursue the criminals who have been targeting communities in Swaswaya and Shanoma local government areas. Also on Saturday night, bandits struck Chacho village in Uno local government area of Sakaro State, abducting a bride, a bridesmaid, and the mirrors others preparing for weddings scheduled for the next day. Meanwhile, in Kwara State, the kidnappers of the Ujibara of Bayagan in a fellow local government area, Alaji Camilo Salami, who was seized from his farm on Saturday morning, have demanded a 150 million naira ransom. Additionally, 2 of the 6 directors from the Ministry of Defense kidnapped in Kogi 3 weeks ago remain in captivity. During the church attack in Kogi, worshippers fled in different directions as the assassins fired shots sporadically. The entire community descended into panic, fearing both abduction and stray bullets. The pastor, popularly known as Orlando, was taken alongside his wife and multiple congregants. Residents described the incident as horrifying as the attackers stormed the area without warning. The exact number of abducted victims remains unconfirmed as police had not released an official figure by press time. Reacting to the incident, the Kogi State government stated it had intensified surveillance and launched a coordinated manhunt for the attackers. Commissioner for Information and Communication, Kirsten Fanwo, confirmed awareness of the situation, noted that both conventional and local security structures were already taking action. Fanwo said authorities in Yadba local government area were working closely with security agencies to ensure all kidnapped individuals are rescued on hand. He added that Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo was personally overseeing the situation. He therefore urged residents to remain vigilant and report suspicious movements, advising worship centers located on the outskirts of communities can reconsider their locations until security improves. Again, bandits kill women, abduct 3 others in Kano border communities in another attack in Kano State. Bandits stormed Yankamawa village in Tanzania local government area last Saturday night, and according to a source who requested anonymity, the bandits killed another woman and kidnapped 3 other women. No official police statement had been issued as of press time. However, Deputy Senate President Barrow confirmed the incident via a Facebook post, calling on security forces to intensify operations and prevent further incursions. Japan condemned the repeated attacks, stating that criminals fleeing other states must not be allowed to destabilize Kanao communities. Bandits stormed Sakoto community abduct bride, bridesmaids, many guests in Sakoto State. Bandits raided Chachou village in one local government area midnight Saturday, abducting a bride, bridesmaid, and numerous well-wishers gathered ahead of a scheduled wedding ceremony. Witnesses said the attackers arrived as residents were preparing to sleep, firing into the air and causing chaos. Women, children, and elderly people flying into nearby bushes. The kidnappers operated freely for several minutes. The community home to the Sakamoto State Commissioner for Special Duties, Alaji Shehu Alaji Chachao, has been on held due to frequent attacks in neighboring areas. Just hours earlier, 4 million naira and a motorcycle reportedly paid to secure the release of other kidnapped victims in Rabatan. Residents had expected some relief, but the fresh attacks deepened fears. The police spokesperson DSP Hamid Rufai could not be reached for confirmation. APC chairman Isa Achide verified that several villagers had been abducted but said the exact figures was unknown. The bandits had not yet made contact regarding ransom demands, leaving families distraught and uncertain. Bandits demand 150 million ransom to release Wara Munaj. The kidnappers of the Ojibara of Bayagan Alaji Kamilu Salami contacted the community earlier yesterday, demanding 150 million naira for its release during the call. The monarch was allowed to speak with his community, confirming he was alive and in captivity. He narrated how the bandits transported him by motorcycle for over 5 hours through the forest before reaching their hideout. He also revealed that an unspecified number of people from nearby communities were abducted during his ordeal. Negotiations had not begun as of last night. The monarch was kidnapped around 9:30 a.m. on Saturday by armed men holding AK-47 rifles. 3 weeks after directors from the Federal Ministry of Defense were kidnapped along the Kawa-Lokoja Highway while traveling to Asaba for promotion examinations, 2 victims remain unaccounted for. The Association of Senior Civil Servants of Nigeria (ASCSN) expressed fresh concern about their safety, even though 4 of the kidnapped officials have been rescued and are undergoing medical evaluation. The directors and staff of Command Secondary School said they exercise Ocho Lagos. The association emphasized that the prolonged captivity of the remaining 2 victims, Mrs. Emerebisi and Mrs. Onwuzoki J, was highly distressing. ASCSN retreated course for decentralized examinations and verification exercises to reduce the need for long-distance travel, which exposes workers to severe security risks. Nobel laureate Professor Wale Soyinka has once again urged the federal government to adopt comprehensive security awareness policies, particularly within the education sector. Speaking during a visit to Government College, Ibadan, Soyinka said the increasing rate of kidnappings and attacks targeting schools showed the urgent need to integrate security consciousness into the national curriculum. He held that security must no longer be treated as the exclusive responsibility of law enforcement, insisting that children should be taught to identify threats and respond appropriately. Soyinka warned that persistent insecurity disrupts learning, diminishes creativity, and threatens national development. He therefore called for a collaborative framework involving policymakers, educators, and civil society to improve practical safety drills and emergency preparedness in schools. Be courageous to tackle insecurity, reconcile Nigerians, Bakari tells Tinubu. Pastor Tinubu Bakari of the Citadel Global Community Church challenged President Bola Tinubu to confront Nigeria's escalating security crisis out on and the structure of the country's security framework. Delivering a speech titled The Darkness Before Dawn, Bakari said Nigeria had reached a critical point as terrorists and bandits increasingly challenge the authority of the state. He therefore urged President Bola Tinubu to prioritize national reforms rather than political considerations ahead of 2027, describing the moment as the defining one on his presidency. Bakari referenced recent comments by former U.S. President Donald Trump, who redesignated Nigeria as a country of particular concern and issued a threat to strike terrorist troops of Nigeria, declaring that Nigeria must address diplomatic governance and identity issues, collectively referred to as the Nigerian question. He emphasized that long-standing dispute between farmers and pastoralists had escalated due to government neglect, enabling the rise of entrenched terror networks. Bakari accused the government of downplaying clear acts of terrorism as mere farmer either clashes and insisted that security forces must decisively confront armed groups attacking innocent communities. The France-based forensic consultant Dr. Yusuf Ali urged implementation of President Tinubu's directive establishing a high-level team to engage the U.S. on security cooperation. He warned that bureaucratic delays would worsen the country's rapidly deteriorating situation. Ali said Nigeria faces a nationwide emergency with attacks occurring across regions at alarming frequency. He attributed much of the crisis to intelligence failures, saying suspicious movements preceding attacks often go undetected. He held that U.S. supports satellite feeds, signals interception, drone surveillance, and terrain monitoring would greatly enhance Nigeria's ability to prevent attacks. Ali also added that U.S. training in intelligence fusion, OC negotiation, and cyber tracking could significantly boost the nation's security capacity. He warned that insecurity was crippling the economy, causing the collapse of famine, births, schooling closures, investors' withdrawals, and rising kidnapping scores for businesses. According to him, sovereignty is compromised not by foreign cooperation but when violent groups control territory and citizens lose trust in the government. He concluded about stressing that Nigeria was running out of time and must act urgently. And that ends the news at 11 coming to you from Akoko FML today. But before we go this morning, here are the highlights of the major stories. The following are what we brought to you this morning. Insecurity, bandits unleash terror in Kogi, Kano, Sokoto, and Kwara. Our rescue agent by charge victims alive, says Kogi government. So the defense director still in captivity 21 days after. Nigerian schools need security education now, says Professor Wale Soyinka. Delay in U.S. security help dangerous forensic experts. And for the breaking news, so information reaches on our studio number as it's been displayed on the screen 091 38 35 46 65. Once again, 091 38 35 46 65. And don't forget to go to our social media and do Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Akoko FM all today is the code. Good morning and thanks for listening. I am Omobayonle Agboola. Bye for now.
àkókò FM rédíò.
ìkànnì alárààgbà yìí dá.
àkókò FM rédíò.
ìkànnì tó ta wọ́n yọ.
àkókò FM rédíò.
ọ̀kàláwà.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni kò sígi tó lè rùn kó borí ifọ̀ nígbó, kò sí kòkòrò tó lè rùn bí ìkàmùdù. àkókò FM rédíò. egun tí ó ṣe bí eyín ó sọ wọ́n lágbárí. ìkànnì kan ṣoṣo bí ẹgbàágbèje ìkànnì rédíò. níbi kásẹ̀tù kó mọ́gbọ́n wá. ìròyìn tí ò lábùlà. bákan náà ká gbé àṣà àti ìṣe Yorùbá lárugẹ. ṣíṣe àpọ́nlé àwọn orí adé tó ń tọrùn lẹ̀kẹ̀. kábàánì pákéjì event kọ́dùn mọ̀ràn ìyùngbà tòmí alàgbàgbà. àkókò FM rédíò. àwa lọ̀gá àwa gangan làgbà. ó yá gbogbo onílé iṣẹ́ ńláńlá, olókoòwò kéékèèké, oníṣẹ́ ọwọ́, oníṣẹ́ àdáni, ilé iṣẹ́ ìjọba, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ fẹ́ ṣègbéyàwó, tẹ́ ẹ fẹ́ ṣe ayẹyẹ òkú àgbà, ìṣílé, ìkíníkù ọdún, anniversary, tẹ́ ẹ wá ń wá ìkànnì tẹ́ ó ti polongo ọjà yín tí ó fi kárí àgbáyé. àkókò FM rédíò níbẹ̀ ni kẹ́ ẹ máa bọ̀. lóòótọ́ àkókò lónílẹ̀ òbí. àkókò FM rédíò bàbá rédíò. ẹ máa fọ́lọ̀ àwọn pages wa lórí Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook àtàwọn social media handles wa tó kù. ẹ lè kó wa sórí 09138354665 09138354655. àkókò FM rédíò ọ̀kàláwà.